You're watching Across the Republic with me, Rakshita Mishra. This is a power-packed bulletin where you get you all the latest news updates and ground reports from the length and breadth of the country. We'll start with the big expose. Republic Kannada has accessed important evidence exposing the Karnataka Congress nexus with the Waqf board, because there's a Waqf emergency we're talking about across the country. Also, it's a major push for Aatmanirbharta in defense sector. Viewers, will get you that big project. What is it about and how does it help India? Also, we'll also tell you about the how KTR's skin is now involved in a party that was raided, and one guest in that party has also been tested positive for cocaine abuse. And next up will be the latest updates from the valley, as there has been another attack, this time in Jammu's Kashmir. One terrorist has been neutralized. More in the bulletin, viewers, but first up, the headlines at 6 p.m. BJP alleges the Karnataka government and Waqf board nexus as land records in Vijaypura changed overnight. Republic Kannada gets you this exclusive news break. Prime Minister Modi and his Spanish counterpart launched Tata AirbuS aircraft plant in a major defense boost. After army vehicle attacked by terrorists in Kashmir of Jammu, a terrorist has been killed. Massive manhunt is underway to nab the others. More troops of the NSG called in. As BJP promises NRC voted to power in Jharkhand, MP Nishikant Dubey says 11% of Muslim population are Bangladeshi infiltrators. BRS versus Congress war after police raids KTR's brother-in-law. Now KTR calls it a Diwali party. Congress says claims proof against innocence. And Vijay calls DMK his prime political adversary. The ruling party in Tamil Nadu dismisses TVK as the C team of the BJP. Viewers, Republic TV has been getting you the latest on this nationwide Waqf emergency. Now, your channel has accessed the explosive documents that shows how land records for 44 properties in Karnataka's Vijaypura were changed overnight to insert the words Waqf board. And what's more shocking is that how it is now being exposed that in many such cases the farmers will not even send prior notices to prove the ownership of their land before the revenue records were changed. This clearly indicating at the nexus between the Karnataka Congress, the Karnataka government and the Waqf board. Here's a report.
After bringing to light multiple cases of the Waqf's unfettered overreach across states, the Republic has now blown the lid off a sinister plot to gobble up farmers' land in Karnataka's Vijaypura. In a mega expose, your channel has exclusively accessed explosive documents showing how revenue records for 44 properties in Karnataka's Vijaypura district were changed overnight to include the words Waqf board. Shockingly, in many cases, the farmers were not even issued prior notices asking them to prove ownership of their land before the revenue records were altered. It has emerged that the land records for the 44 properties were altered in a matter of just 3 weeks to insert the words Waqf board. Even as the sinister plot to take over fields that the farmers have tilled for generations unfolded, they were clueless. Revenue records for 41 properties in Indi Taluk and 3 more for Taluk of Vijaypura were changed to insert the words Waqf Board.
Here in Karnataka, the Congress government, especially Minister Zamir Ahmed Khan, who is the Minority Affairs Minister, has gone around the state, conducted a tour with meetings with deputy commissioners everywhere, and has directed them to register Waqf plants within 15 days, 20 days time, giving them targets. Just 2-3 weeks ago, he was in Vijaypura. He conducted a meeting, and after this meeting, these mutation changes have taken place. And before these farmers met me today, these very same farmers, the same delegation had met with Mr. M.B. Patil, the minister of this Congress government, who is from Vijaypura. They got no justice there, which is why they came and met me today.
It is alleged that the revenue records were altered without any notices or hearings after the State Minister for Minority Welfare, Zamir Ahmed, met officials of the local administration.
Now, M.B. Patil, the district in charge minister, in his press briefing has said that this was the clear mistake of a local Tahsildar, and AC has taken up the case into sumoto, and a thorough inquiry will be done. But is Congress government trying to make the damage control by putting the complete mistake on head of Tahsildar is a bigger question. But now the farmers in the Indi Taluk are under complete chaos and a confusion state whether the Congress government is trying to protect the interest of farmers, or is it in a way trying to help the Waqf Board to increase its property, is the question which the farmers from the Indi Taluk are asking.
From Jammu and Kashmir, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh to Gujarat, Karnataka and Kerala, your channel earlier exposed the brazen land grab attempts by the Waqf Board. As the mega Karnataka Waqf expose explodes on the face of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, can the Congress government dodge the smoking gun?
Now, viewers, this is a major push for Aatmanirbharta in defense. We're talking about the inauguration of the Tata C295 project in Vadodara today. It, of course, marks a new high in the defense partnership between India and Spain. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Spain's President Pedro Sanchez today jointly inaugurated the country's first ever private military aircraft manufacturing facility in Gujarat. And built by the Tata Group in collaboration with the AirbuS Spain, the Vadodara facility will churn out the C295 military transport aircraft for the forces while opening up employment opportunities for the skilled locals. And this is going to be the first military aircraft that will be built by a private company on Indian soil. Here's a report.
In a quantum leap to the defense partnership and bilateral ties between India and Spain, Prime Minister Narendra Modi jointly inaugurated the country's first private military aircraft manufacturing facility with his Spanish counterpart, Pedro Sanchez. The plant in Vadodara, which has been built by the Tata Group in collaboration with AirbuS Spain, will churn out C295 military transport aircraft for the forces. It is also tipped to open up new employment avenues for skilled locals. Ahead of the mega launch of the country's first private military aircraft manufacturing unit, PM Modi held a joint roadshow with his Spanish counterpart. Visuals showed PM Modi and Sanchez lapping up the rousing reception while smiling and waving at the cheering locals and performers who lined both sides of the roads as the roadshow snaked along. Addressing the inauguration event, PM Modi invoked departed industrial stalwart Ratan Tata, saying that he would have been glad to see the plant opening if he was alive. Saying that the plant embodies the new work culture of a new India, the PM said that it was ready to churn out the military aircraft in the same month that work on it began 2 years ago. He also hailed the new leap in the defense ties between the two countries.
मुझे खुशी है कि भारत और स्पेन ने साल 2026 को इंडिया स्पेन ईयर ऑफ कल्चर, टूरिज्म एंड एआई के रूप में मनाने का निश्चय किया है। साथियों, भारत और स्पेन की पार्टनरशिप एक ऐसे प्रिज्म की तरह है जो बहुआयामी है, वाइब्रेंट है और एवर इवॉल्विंग है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आज का ये इवेंट भारत और स्पेन के बीच ज्वाइंट कोलैबोरेशन वाले अनेक नए प्रोजेक्ट्स को प्रेरित करेगा।
Sanchez, meanwhile, described the manufacturing facility as a triumph of PM Modi's vision of making India a superpower in industrial production. While embodying the spirit of the deepening bilateral ties between India and Spain, the Tata AirbuS plant will also stand as a symbol of Aatmanirbharta in defense.
Now, it's an intensified terror sweep being witnessed across Jammu and Kashmir viewers after a spate of targeted attacks on forces and, of course, the non-locals. Now, a fresh terror strike jolted the valley early hours today. And according to sources, a group of 3 terrorists opened fire on 2 army vehicles in the Akhnur sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Of course, now the forces foiled this ambush, fired retaliatory shots, forcing the terrorists to flee. Massive search operation is underway by the forces and Jammu and Kashmir police to track down the cowards in the wake of this attack. Remember, 1 terrorist has been neutralized. The search for more is underway.
After Gandarbal and Gulmarg, now Akhnur. Alert forces foiled an attempt by terrorists to ambush 2 army vehicles in the Akhnur sector of Jammu and Kashmir in the early hours of Monday. According to sources, a group of 3 terrorists opened fire on 2 army vehicles. Sources say one of the vehicles targeted was an army ambulance. However, the forces retaliated swiftly, preventing casualties or injuries on their side while forcing the terrorists to flee. According to preliminary reports, more than a dozen rounds were fired on the 2 army vehicles in the forward area of Akhnur, which is believed to be a fertile ground for infiltration. Sharing details of the incident, the army says that the terrorists were spotted near the Asan Mandir in the Khor police station area of Akhnur before they carried out the failed ambush. The area was cordoned off after the attack and joint operation was launched to hunt down the terrorists. Army choppers were pressed into service amid the massive manhunt. A fierce exchange of fire broke after the joint forces established contact with the terrorists behind the Akhnur attack. The BJP's Jammu and Kashmir chief Ravinder Raina, meanwhile, condemned the attack while claiming a larger conspiracy to disrupt peace in the valley.
जो कश्मीर के दुश्मन हैं, जो अमन के दुश्मन हैं, वो नहीं चाहते कि यहाँ अमन शांति और खुशहाली कायम हो। कुछ लोग हैं जो चाहते हैं कि कश्मीर में खून खराबा हो, कुछ लोग हैं जो चाहते हैं जम्मू में खून खराबा हो, कुछ लोग हैं जो चाहते हैं डोडा, किश्तवाड़, रामबन, रजौरी, पुंछ में खून खराबा हो। और इसकी साजिश और कोशिश हो रही है दोबारा से यहाँ के हालात खराब करने की।
Right now we are at the op site where the operation is underway, and you will see that more reinforcement is being pushed to the operation site after the exchange of fire that has been reported once again. There was a heavy exchange of fire because the security forces were assuming that there was a lull for roughly 40 minutes and they were assuming that the terrorists probably would have been hit by the RPGs and the firing that has been done. But all of a sudden the terrorists have opened fire once again, and that has led to encounter once again started. Heavy exchange of fire is being reported in the forward areas as we speak. And now additional reinforcement is being sent to the operation site. The visuals.
As the desperate terrorists try to disrupt peace in the valley before the winter sets in, blocking all infiltration routes, the forces remain alert to foil their nefarious plans.
After South Indian superstar Vijay drew thousands to his debut political rally in Tamil Nadu, calling the DMK as his prime political adversary, the ruling party in Tamil Nadu has dismissed his political party, Tamilaga Vetri Kadagam, or the TVK, as the C team of the BJP. The AIDMK, however, was more welcoming of this newest political player on the Dravidian turf, as it says it was open to allying with Vijay's party. Here's a report.
A sea of humanity turned out for Tamil superstar Vijay's debut political rally on Sunday. Weeks after coming out with his political party, TVK, Vijay addressed thousands at his debut rally in Tamil Nadu. Setting his political tone in his debut address, the actor-turned-politician identified the DMK as his prime political rival, accusing them of cheating the state in the name of the Dravidian model. Calling the architecture of the constitution Dr. Ambedkar as the inspiration for his political plunge, Vijay said he was also at ideological odds with the BJP. Making it clear that he was not a political lightweight, he would refrain from the no-God political posturing unlike the DMK. Hitting out at the Stalin-led party for appropriating Periyar, Vijay said the DMK does not hold a copyright over Dravidian icons. Meanwhile, scoffing at his debut speech, the DMK came down heavily on the Tamil superstar, calling his party the C-team of the BJP.
He has not spelled out his policies. He had used this mass gathering to attack DMK and its governance and BJP. That is what every political party does, particularly ADMK. So I think he wants to take the share of ADMK votes. That you have to check with him. He is cornering whatever vote base the ADMK, which remains with the ADMK, he wants to take it.
However, welcoming Vijay's plunge into politics and his debut public speech, the AIADMK said it was open to an alliance with his party.
It's a decent start by actor Vijay. Anybody who wants to be in public life, we welcome him. It's healthier for democracy. So in the same line, for the benefit of a healthier democracy, he had stated the dynasty rule, which is headed by DMK at the present, father, son, grandson and great-grandson. This is what we've been saying for the last 3.5 years, that we should never vouch for a dynasty rule. So actor Vijay stating the same is a welcome note. And his take on atheism is what another good one.
The BJP too welcomed Vijay's foray into politics.
A new party has been formed in Tamil Nadu and a new leader has emerged. So for that, whatever may be his ideology, whatever may be the difference of opinion, first of all, I wish him all the best.
Following in the footsteps of Tamil superstar and legend Kamal Hassan and several other showbiz stalwarts who came into politics, Vijay made his political plunge official earlier.
Superstar, actor turned politician Vijay has made his very first maiden speech during the launch of the first secretariat of his newly formed party, the Tamilagai Vettre Karagam. In an electrifying atmosphere where over 1 lakh people had gathered at Vikramandi in Villupuram district, Vijay made his political stance very clear. He termed the BJP as his ideological enemy and the ruling DMK as his political enemy. Although the reference was made indirectly, Vijay has stated the current model of Dravidian politics is corrupt and is led by corrupt families and dynasts.
Even as he picks out the Stalin family as his political opposite, will Vijay's TVK be able to make a dent on the DMK's vote bank?
And the other big story from South that we are tracking, this is the latest on the Anvara farmhouse case. Raj Pakala, who is the brother-in-law of KT Ramarao, he has filed an urgent petition in Telangana High Court seeking protection from what he claims is an unlawful attempt to implicate him in a criminal case. This after a notice from Telangana police requiring him to appear for questioning, intensifying the legal battle as he seeks court's intervention against police action. Remember, this after there was a raid at a party that was hosted by KTR's brother-in-law, Pakala, and one person had tested positive for drugs. KTR has now broken his silence, dismissed the allegations and said that it is all being done, it's just a political witch hunt. High Court has ordered to give 2 days time to Raj Pakala to appear before the police, action to be taken if information or evidence is found in investigation. In fact, the High Court has directed the police to proceed as per the rules, as per the procedure. Here's a report.
cops busted a rave party at a farmhouse in Rangareddy, Telangana. Top sources say KTR's brother-in-law, Raj Pakala, was booked for possessing liquor in quantities above permissible limits without an excise license. Meanwhile, a guest was arrested for testing positive for cocaine abuse.
We are right now present at the Janwada farmhouse. Well, right behind me, which you are seeing, is the Janwada farmhouse, which was raided by the police officials. This is the house which is being owned by Rajapakala, who happens to be the brother-in-law of the BRS working president KT Ramarao, and also at the same time this was raided by the police officials on Sunday.
Our top sources also tell us that the farmhouse is owned by a relative of BRS working president, KTR. The Congress party came down heavily upon KTR and his kin. Listen in.
Doing Diwali parties is not at all wrong. Doing in a right way is what we are looking at. Being a responsible citizens of this particular country, like KTR's family or any political family who have been elected representatives, they should at least follow the guidelines and rules what is imposed by the excise policy. First of all, I tell you every time why these people are involving in the liquor business. What are the examples they are setting to the people? His sister Kavita is involved in the liquor scam in Delhi. His brother-in-law is involved in the I Love Brewery, involved in the tonic liquor shops which has got special exemptions from the government in the past. Why are we doing liquor business? I don't want anybody to comment on this because the matter is now in the hands of police and excise department. Let them take the action, whatever they take. Why should we talk? If they are innocent and proved innocent, that's fine.
KTR also broke his silence on the matter, dismissing allegations on his brother-in-law. The BJP has demanded a full-scale probe into the rave party, while Raj Pakala has moved the Telangana High Court. While the political to and fro continues, the BRS leaders continue to claim that it was a party to celebrate a new property ahead of Diwali.
And that's all we could pack in this edition of Across the Republic. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more news and updates at 6:30 at Republic TV. Stay tuned.